Illinois falls to Alabama 90-86 at the United Center, and obviously Chicago. Heartbreaking loss for Illinois fans for sure. Illinois led for 21 minutes and 7 seconds in this game. Alabama only led for 18 minutes and 25 seconds, and you had a tie for about, I think it was about 30 seconds in this one. We were right where we wanted to be the entire night. It felt like keeping this game close, get it to the end. Even when they were down, it was like, okay, this team, the way they're scoring, just get a stop, get a stop, get a stop. But honestly, Illinois beat themselves tonight. Poor free throw shooting, a catastrophic lane violation there at the end, and honestly, a little bit of questionable rotation decisions as well. I get it. There's guys injured and different things out there, and you can talk about certain players and everything. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But this one stings for Illinois fans. I get it, and we'll have to see if the Fighting Illini can bounce back. It was a free throw line disaster for this team. From the free throw line, they were 13 of 22. 50, that's less than 60% from the free throw line. Andrej Stojaković, he was 2 of 5, missed the front end of a 1-1 when he was kind of in rhythm. Wagler was 3 of 5. Zvonimir Visic was 0 of 2. Boswell was 6 of 7, and definitely had one there at the end that would have put them in much better position if he had hit it. But I honestly, I don't know if there's anything you can really say to blame Boswell tonight. Like, yeah, he got in foul trouble. He had 4 fouls with 5 minutes left in the game. They take him out. Alabama starts going on a run. They put him back in, and Illinois starts clawing back right away. I mean, Boswell was exactly what this team needed on offense for this game to try and keep getting back. The kind of get by the defender, wait, have him foul you, put up the shot or put up the layup play. That was fantastic. But overall, this is just one that hurts for Illinois fans because you felt like you had this one within your grasp multiple times, but it didn't work out for the Fighting Illini in this one. And you had players that honestly just didn't play well. Like, if there's any bright side to this loss, it's that you had guys that didn't play as much as you hoped they would. I mean, here, let me go to the home stats and we can see the minutes and everything. I mean, like, you had Ben Hummerkaus play 26 minutes, but he was 3 for 8 from 3-point line from the 3-point land. So I'm not going to complain if Ben Hummerkaus goes 3 for 8. Now I can probably complain about 3 for 9 from the field, I suppose, but 3 for 8 from behind the 3-point line, I'm not going to complain about that. Would have been nice if he hit one or two more, sure. But overall, I'm not going to complain. Big T, Tommy, he only played 14 minutes. Mihailo, he only played 12 minutes. It was, excuse me, it was nice seeing those guys get in there and get some time, but overall, you had guys on kind of a limit in this one, and it really did impact stuff. Zvonimir Visic, only 3 points in this game. He just kind of failed to add all that much to this team. He was a bit of a rim protector at times, but overall, Alabama's athleticism was very evident in this game with their ability to get to the rim, to hang in the air, and then also when they missed their first shot, they got the second opportunity with the offensive rebounds in this one. If there's any, David Merkovich, he still had a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, but overall, he did not have a good first half at all, and I definitely think you can question why you continue to have David in there in the first half when he's missing shots, just not playing very well. 2 of 6, kind of chucking up threes a few times there. This Illinois offense did kind of revert back at times from to kind of what we've seen before, where you were kind of just chucking up threes sometimes, and sometimes it was Merkovich, Ben Hummerkaus did it a couple times as well. But overall, there needs to be more ball movement on the offensive side of the ball, and if you don't have Kylan Boswell in there or Andrej Stojaković to just really go out there and make a play, sometimes you don't really get the full ball, sharing the ball that you would like to see out of this team. They did only shoot 32 3-pointers. Like, we've seen more than that, but when you're 11 of 32, at a certain point, you got to put it down and just get to the rim, which Kylan Boswell did do, and Andrej Stojaković did do as well. Andre in this one finishes with 26 points. He's the leading scorer, added 3 rebounds to that, but he also had 5 turnovers in this game. So, you know, not great on the turnover end. 11 turnovers. Not terrible, but definitely could get some of those back. But overall, this team lost it by getting to the free throw line and not making their free throws. If you had got to the free throw line, or not even if you got, because you did, if you had made your free throws at the free throw line, looking at Andrej Stojaković a lot here, 2 for 5, this would have been a different scenario, a different kind of game. Honestly, if that lane violation wasn't called late in that game that gave Alabama an extra 2 free throws, this would have been a different situation as well. But you can't control the refs. It is what it is. I don't like to sit here and complain about the refs all that much, but I definitely get it, because there were some questionable refereeing decisions made in this game that I, for one, was not a super big fan of at times. So it's hard to slam Merkovich much, because he has been so good this season, and I do think that that has to be recognized, because we also saw Brad do it with Ben Hummerkaus early last year. But obviously, David Merkovich has not been Hummerkaus last year. David has been playing much better. And so you kind of saw Brad try to work through things with Ben at the beginning of last year. And I think you're going to continue to see that early on in the season. The guys that Brad trusts, he's going to continue to go with and try to, have them work through whatever these issues are. Honestly, with as many fouls as Illinois had, with as bad a free throw shooting as they had, with as many injuries and kind of limited minutes you had for guys, it's not all that bad losing by 4. I'm not trying to get here with moral victories, but it's not all that bad. Like, I don't feel like this is an Illinois team that is any different than I felt going into this game. I still feel like this is an Illinois team that can win the Big Ten, is one of the top 10 teams in the country. It just so happened that so many things went wrong for Illinois in this game. If even one of those things goes different, right? If even, a couple more threes fall, if even you hit a few more free throws, if that lane violation doesn't get called, you're talking about a different ball game here. Now, if it's all what ifs at this point, but I do think that you look at this game, you look at this team, you look at the alphas on this team, and Kylan Boswell, Andrej Stojaković, and then you recognize you have other dudes coming back as well. Mihajlo Petrovic, I know he was he was minus 12 in this game, but I liked Mihajlo in this game. The offense looked a little disjointed at times with him in there. It looked like guys were still kind of trying to find where they were, and so the offense does look a little bit different, but overall, I mean, the talent is there. You can't deny the talent of Mihajlo Petrovic. It did look like the chemistry could have been off a little bit, and maybe that's just with him coming back from injury. But overall, you look at this game, you say the guys that you needed to perform their best. Not all of them. I shouldn't say everybody didn't. Not all of them performed their best, and the ones that did perform up to their best, like Andrej Stojaković, he had killer free throws miss. Kylan Boswell, who it felt like was kind of doing everything for this team, he didn't hit a single 3-pointer in this game. Eventually, it just kind of went to going downhill, getting to the basket, and hoping you get a foul called on you, and try to get to the line, which Kylan did do that multiple times. But I mean, he was 6 for 7 from the free throw line. But definitely that free throw there at the end of the game, missing that one, that hurts. But I don't think you can. I don't think you can keep coming at Kylan for that one. I mean, he was so clutch. He was so big for big moments of this game. It was definitely something that you can't get on him too much about. So like you could tell Keaton Wagler is a freshman. Like, I know he hasn't looked like it this season, but Keaton Wagler has been a freshman. He is a freshman, and it's tough to see these guys like David and Keaton go out there and start looking like freshmen when they haven't looked like it at all so far this season. So it is what it is. I mean, give credit to Alabama. They were hitting their shots. They were getting second chance points. I think they had 14 second chance points. They had 10 offensive rebounds in this game. You like to think that gets that gets cleaned up once you get Tommy back in there a little bit more. I don't think you can go out there and be dominant like you were consistently with Zvonimir out there, and that's no discredit to him. I think Zvonimir does a good job in certain areas, but I just don't think he can be your consistent five man to go out there. You need Tommy back. You need him without a minutes restriction at all. And I would like to see what this team looks like at full capacity, full strength, full chemistry, because I really do feel like this Illinois team played, just did not play well, and they still only lost by 4 points. Yeah, you can say it's at home and all that stuff. Sure, sure, sure. But overall, this team did not play all that well. Still only lost by 4. Still had, Tommy and Mahalo out in this game. And it took, honestly, kind of like a Herculean effort, a little, not Herculean, but a really, really good effort from LeBaron Philon to be able to win this game. Look, Philon was not good against Purdue. I believe he only had 11 points in that game when they played, and so sure you're gonna get the Purdue talk and everything else, but that was really the difference. Was Philon was not good against Purdue. He was really good at the end of the game in this one against Illinois, and some of that is on Illinois and their defense switching was not going well in this game. They were consistently getting Zvonimir in bad situations, and he just wasn't really able to be all that confident going into it. That's definitely an area of his game he needs to keep improving on. I think things probably would have been a little bit different if you had Tommy in there instead, but overall, this is a hard game to swallow. I think there's some positives out of it, right? There's some positives here and there, but this is a hard one to swallow and a difficult one for the Illini faithful to have to walk away from. But I mean, this loss isn't gonna hurt them. This loss isn't gonna drop them super far down in the rankings or in like the rankings and like the bracketology, future seeding. Like you lost to a top 12 basketball team. You're not gonna have those kind of issues. You get UConn later on. What's that? No, November 28th. You get UConn. You're gonna see Tennessee later on in Nashville. You're gonna see Missouri as well. So you got big games coming up. It's just about correcting things, and hopefully in this next game against UConn, you continue to see good rebounding. I mean, Illinois won the rebounding battle in this one. It was just some of those second chance points that Alabama was able to get on their 10 offensive rebounds. If you give up an offensive rebound, it is what it is. It happens, but just prevent the second chance points, and that was something that was a hard time for Illinois tonight. So we'll see what this team looks like against UConn. UConn, they just got beat, I believe. They got just absolutely punked in the paint. I had that one on next to me a little bit watching that one, and Arizona just killed them in the paint that game. So it'll be a nice matchup there in New York to go up against this Illinois team and see if they can correct some of their issues in the paint and see if they can get some of these guys like Keaton Wagler, David Mirkovic to come out and not play like freshmen, come out and play like the confident guys that we've seen all season long. It's a growing experience here, right? You're not going to win them all. Growing experience here. Let's judge it based on the UConn game, not so much everything else. So I'm JR. This is Talk Illini with orange and blue news on the On3 network you've been watching. Please do like, subscribe, do all that good stuff for us. We appreciate you being here. Me, Sonny, Carson, the guys coming at you with great content, basketball, Illinois football. Go ahead and subscribe here to the channel, as you will not want to miss all the great stuff here at Talk Illini. That's going to do it for me, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.